Hello everyone, Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new Finnish film, Free Skate, and this is from director Rup Olinius, and this is from writer and star Vera W. Vilo, and this focuses on a young figure skater who escapes Russia to Finland to get out of these incredibly inhumane circumstances that she's being forced to live through. Now, this film has a lot of twists and turns along the way, and from the very start you see that this young figure skater, played by Vilo, is experiencing some horrible trauma and abuse. And from that point, from most of the film, it's a lot more like emotional abuse and stuff like that, and tonally it's a lot more, hey, she's competing as a figure skater, she's just trying to do her best, get in the mindset. She has challenges from those who are coaching her in her time in Russia. And then the second half of this film shifts to a lot darker. And I feel like tonally it has some issues trying to balance that. There's some scenes here that are like obviously goofy. And like I'm not gonna 100% equate it, like say that it's on the same level as like the football throwing scenes in the room that are just feel so just awkward and absurd. But like there's a snowball fight here that feels that forced and awkward. I'm just like, this doesn't fit. And then this film shifts to horrible things that this young woman went through, and you start to realize why she left Russia, and you're just like, that came out of left field, and obviously narratively they set up she went through stuff, but tonally it just completely takes you by surprise and whips you around. And one of the challenges is this film is non-linear and how it portrays these stories. There's a couple of moments that are really powerful in terms of like intercutting between. Like there's one scene where it's showing her coaches engaging with her after a competition in Finland, and it's so positive, and then cutting to back and how they were her coaches in Russia, and that juxtaposition works really well. But a lot of the times the jumping between time periods is jarring, and sometimes it's hard for you to even realize that you've jumped, and then you're kind of confused, and it's a bit messy in the way that it portrays those things. I do think that Vilo gives a strong performance. I think this is an interesting character, and you could get behind her, and there's some quality tension and definitely some moments of inspired direction and cinematography in the use of lighting and portraying like these moments where she feels like the crowd's turning on her and everything gets dark and she's just in the spotlight. And Vilo's giving a great performance showing that vulnerability, but there's so much that's messy about this film that knocks it all around to make it something that doesn't feel like it's living up to its potential, and there's a lot of things dragging it down. And like I said, there's great moments, but they're all thrown together in a messy way narratively. It's hard to follow at times, and tonally you're just shaken all about the place. And it's unfortunate because this does have, like, the story that Vilo writes and then the character that she portrays on the screen, there's a lot of potential there. It just feels like it's all muddied by some not inspired choices to tell a lot of this non-linearly, and then also tonally not being able to keep things in check and keeping us engaged and drawn in throughout the film. So in the end, I think that this has potential, but it doesn't fully come together. But at least there's some quality performances, there's some strong scenes throughout the film, and if that's enough for you, then maybe give this a try. But I don't think it fully comes together, and that might make for a frustrating experience for many. But those are my thoughts on Free Skate. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.